While Facebook is building our audience, I want to remind you to like Justin Singletary with Erica Holmes on Facebook as well as Instagram. Also, like Boss on Instagram as well as Instagram and Facebook. Sorry, I had a tongue twister. Hey, Justin.
Hey, Erica.
So today, tell us what we're talking about and get us started.
So we're talking about the game that kind of everybody's playing now. SuSU, Flowers, and I forgot the other one. What was the other one called?
Gifting.
Gifting. Yeah. Gifting.
There's multiple names for it. Some people are doing the flower. Some do it. Got water, air. It's just a whole dynamic of pools where you pool in money and expect a return.
Right. And so today we're just coming to everybody to kind of talk about, we're not telling people how to invest their money or what to do. It's your money. You can do kind of what you want to do. But on the investment side of it, some of that money you can take as a team and flip it. And say, for instance, I was looking at a board and the board had 14, lots. So say, for instance, all 14 of those people invested $500 a piece. You could take that money and invest it into a property, flip it and make more money and make a bigger return than expecting this money off of these gifting games, SuSu, and all the other different games in regards to pools. So
you're saying pool your money together with a group of friends. A lot of them are at $500 on average. Somewhere they're like $1,100, and then you said like 16 people on there. So that's
some of them I've seen. They were like 14. I've seen some 16. So it's different ones.
Okay, so for a $500 investment, you can go in with some friends, take $16,000, invest into a property and then cash out with a larger return.
Right.
And so to use it as an investment group rather than kind of this round robin, recruit people, bring them in.
Right. And again, we're not discouraging anybody. We're just saying, if people really took the time to put all that money together and flip it, say for instance, like the one that was 14 people, say for instance, they all put in 500. You're looking at, I forgot what the total, I think it was like 7,000 or something.
It was 15,000.
Yeah, 15,000 is what you're going to make. And say you find a property for 10, you put $5,000 of repairs in it and you flip it, let's say 80 or 90,000, you've cashed out way more than you did with this game.
Okay. So you could also, if those people are willing to invest with you with a flower or with this gifting, why not throw it into a real estate deal?
Right.
Okay. And what else do you recommend? What if you're in a group with people and say that's not what they want to do? They want to take their cash. They don't have no interest in real estate. They don't want to do anything with real estate. What do you suggest that they do when they get their lump sum?
So what I would suggest, and the craziest thing about it is a lot of people, they'll post the board on their page and then they'll, ask family and friends to become members of that board and to kind of commit to, giving $500. If you would take that same board and put it on your page and say, hey, I got my first 500, everybody else put in your 500 and we go and look for an investment property. So even if the people that you are investing with now with the Flowers game or the SuSu game, if they're not willing to do it, I would suggest you just post the board on your page, post it on your page, and definitely just see who's all out there willing to invest, because there are a lot of people, even with me, and I'm quite sure with Erica too, they'll reach out and say, hey, I'm looking to become an investor, or hey, I want to, go in with you to invest. So this is an opportunity, and it's not crazy, but it's amazing how, this SuSU game has really took off, and how so many people have put money towards it. But at the end of the day, you can make a bigger return with buying investment properties versus a game.
Okay, Pam Douglas is asking, is this legal? A lot of them are not legal. And you need to talk to your tax preparer. We're not here giving it legal advice, but a lot of them are not legal, but some of them are legal because of the fact that you're not soliciting money from people that you don't know to invest. And that's when SEC gets involved, when you start involving people that you don't know. So that's why a lot of these people are keeping it within the circle of people that they know. But expecting a profit versus a savings is a lot of time where you get into that gray area with these particular boards. But back to my original question where I was asking, what if these people are not interested at all in real estate? Because some people are not interested in flipping a property or having it. So what do you suggest?
I would suggest, finding people that are like-minded. Just people that are like-minded, that are wanting to take properties and flip them and make money and learn how to invest.
Okay. So, and then actually, while Trisha's on here, she just made a comment. She's looking for investors. So if you are, and you only have a small amount of money, that is a great way to do an investment club if you get like-minded people. Now, what about those people, again, they don't have an interest in real estate at all? So what should you do with your like-minded people? So you want to say, if it's a hair salon that you want to do, then get with like-minded people and form you a circle of those people in order to do what interests you, and if they have a common interest. So I would suggest to people that do not want to, because some people are not interested in investing in real estate. They don't want to get into the flip thing. They just want to make money. Or you can be what they call a silent partner. That means that, hey, if, say, Justin, you are our group leader or whatever they call the people. If you're my group leader and we pool our money together and we entrust you to make the deal happen for us, and we get a percentage based on our efforts within that deal. So that is called a joint venture. So you can enter into a joint venture if you got money that you want to invest, and you may not want to do the nuts and bolts of the investing, then that's another option. Let the people do what they're good at. If you're good at putting up the money, you put up the money, they do the work. Or if you're good at doing the work and they put up the money, form those groups of that to do that. Now, and then, like you said, get with people that are like-minded. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a real estate investment deal. Make a group where if y'all want to pool together to buy stock, or pool together to do a barbershop, or pool together to open a trucking company. What you need to do is to see how you're going to leverage yourself, because what are your thoughts on these actual boards and stuff, Justin?
I don't think they're bad. Like I said, I don't want people to feel like I'm for it or I'm against it. But I just feel like if we sit down and see how much money is really coming in, that we can really do a lot with that, as investors. Or like you said, you don't even have to do it as with real estate. You can do it if you always wanted a barbershop or always wanted a salon or something like that. Get with like-minded people and make your money, make an investment, because even though you're getting, I saw where one, if you put like 500 in monthly, some of them say monthly you get money, and some of them say you'll make $800 back. okay, if I'm giving you $500 now and I'm putting that towards an actual business or an investment, and maybe 10 or 15 years down the line, I make triple what I invested, it was well worth it. But I mean, to make $300 up, I guess a $300 increase, that's not a whole lot of money to me.
Okay. Well, it's a more than a 50% return, and that's a lot more than what people are getting in the bank. And I think that people are leaning more towards a get, a come up, not so
Right.
much a get rich scheme, but how can I leverage me and get me another stimulus check right now?
Mm-hmm.
Because there are so many people hurting, and a lot of people don't want to admit, and me personally, I would not get into one if it was 5 cents. I mean, I just would not do that. I'm not into asking people for money and recruiting people and doing all of that piece. But like I said, if you need to do your research, do your homework as to what you're getting involved in, because a lot of people are just advertising, and I'm seeing it on Facebook. You pay 100, you get 800. They're not giving you the fine print, the details. And the original concept came from people in poverty. And that was their savings, their way to save money. But did it bring them out of poverty? A lot of times, no. Do people use that in order to leverage themselves in business? Yes. It's about what you do when it's your turn, and also the reinvestment part to keep it going. It's supposed to work like a circle and not a merry-go-round where people are getting on and off and on and off to continue to make it go around. And then that's when you get into pyramids, because now the people aren't reinvesting to make the wheel turn. Then you got a hierarchy. And that's when the wheel turns into a pyramid, because then people can't continue to bring people in and people don't continue to reinvest. So I'm going to tell you, my personal view is I'm going to do what winners do. I'm going to do what people that have longevity financially and not every few months looking for a come up. And because if you always looking for a come up, you're going to spend out and you need a next come up, and you jumping on the next bandwagon to see what you can do to come up. So I'm going to do what winners do. If I've got $500, I'm going to spend my $500 and I might go put it in the stock market. Something that I know that winners do and what people do to build their portfolio. So I'm going to invest my money in more solid things, because these things didn't just come around. If that was the case, then it would have been here forever, but they come in spurts. And right now, a lot of people are preying on people's financial crisis to give them their last $500. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts, Justin?
Very true. I totally agree. I mean, and like you said, it's like a trend. It'll pop up, for a few months, and then we'll go to another trend and another trend. But if you would have invested on that, let's say if you took that money at the beginning and just invested, it'll pay off after a while. And I think people like quick fixes. And with investment, sometimes it's a quick fix and sometimes not. It's going to take time for you to see that, but you want to make sure you're putting your money in the right thing to make
it. But, I mean, and then this is a $1 billion business, and the feds a lot of time are involved with the ones that are illegal. I'm not saying who has the legal ones, who has the illegal ones. I'm not even trying to figure that out. But in the event that you do get a payout, now it's time to understand, what am I going to do with that payout? Rich dad, poor dad syndrome. Am I going to go shoot it all on bills, or am I going to all gamble it back, hoping hoping to push out more and get on more boards and reinvest in it that way? Or do you use it to leverage yourself to put yourself in a better position, not only in August, but September, October, November, December, so that you're not looking for these quick fix to solutions to your problems, to your financial problems anyway. So what are some other suggestions that you would give people?
Just pretty much be careful, with all, and like you said, we're, pandemic. So you're gonna see a lot of people preying on people. So be careful with what you invest your money into, and try to save the money, and not only save it, but try to flip your money. Try to, take that money that you have, flip it, so that, like she said, when the winter times get here, you're not suffering. You're actually living your best life. So that's what I would suggest.
Or you could use that $500 and get you a secure credit card to go improve your credit.
There you go, and then go get another loan on top of that. No,
and and that $500 when you trying to get a $4,000 return. Now, if you fix your credit, then you might can get a $20,000 credit card, and you $16,000 more to the good to put yourself in a better situation. So also, like you said, I think you can do some credit repair, because a lot of people that are dealing with issues on credit, Trisha gave a good example. A whole life insurance policy is a great investment with cash value, because now that puts you on a monthly commitment with the cash value, but eventually those policies can pay up themselves, and once they pay up themselves, then it starts making the premiums for you, and then it's kind of like a 401k too, so that way if you need some money, you can borrow it on that policy. So that was a good suggestion too, Trisha. Thank you for bringing that up. But we got to get people to being able to afford the monthly payment, because a lot of whole life insurance policies their monthly premiums are a lot higher than, say, term insurance. And that's why people tend to go with term insurance, because it's cheaper on the premium. But once you start changing your mindset, it'll change your life. Thanks, Vaughn. So we would encourage you to figure out what you're going to do if you're going to be involved with this. And what are some things that you would suggest that you're seeing as far as pit holes? Because I see a lot of bickering now where people are blocking people, and their board is at a halt and stuff like that. What would you tell people if they just don't want to stay away from it because they're just so addicted to trying to get some money?
Again, I would just say, understand what you're doing before you give your money. Because I don't think there's no contract. There's nothing committing that group member to give you your money back. So, again, just be mindful, because once you give it, it's kind of like you're stuck, and you may not even get back a profit.
Right. And there's no guarantee with it. There's nobody insuring anything. And it can damage a lot of relationships with people that you know and that you love. And I'm seeing even families getting into arguments about this, and $500 can destroy a lot of situations. So ask yourself, is it worth it if I don't get my money? If I lose my initial investment, is my relationship with this person that's asking me for it to do it? Also, people, Pam, do not use your rent money, because if you do, that's the amount of evictions that's going on. I got no mercy for people that don't pay their rent. But it's amazing how people can beg for what they need but buy what they want.
Mm.
If I told you go get a secure credit card, most of those people would not have been able to do it. I don't think people understand it's not a quick turnaround, and they don't understand. And when you're on that merry-go type where they just recruiting people and the same people are not investing, then that's when those boards come to a halt when they can't find new people to keep the board moving. And the previous people have gotten their money and cashed out and have bailed on the situation. Okay, watch the boards before you invest the money to make sure it's moving and legit. Now, that you can see, but a lot of these boards were initially, when they first got started, they were moving like hotcakes. But now there's people that said that their boards was cashing out in 24 hours or less, and now some of those people have been sitting there for 2 weeks. So unless you can afford to lose the money, unless you can afford, if somebody decides to contact the police, and if you want that drama in your life, that you got to weigh your options on that. But yeah, some of the boards, but you can watch some of them, Santana, but some of them were moving quick because they were just getting their momentum. They were just getting started. But now that they've been going for a while and they can't find new people, those boards that were initially moving at a rapid pace are now coming to a halt. Are you seeing that too, Justin?
Mm-hmm. A lot.
And Sonny say families argue. Families will argue with you about anything. So you know if it's some money involved, that's the best way to get cut off. Also, you should start on smaller boards like the $100 board. So it's about what you're willing to lose. Thanks, Vaughn. And then your green goes fastest with envy.
Amen.
That's so true. So, is there anything else you would like to add, Justin?
Oh, no, that's pretty much it. And again, you can reach out to me or Erica, if you're looking to invest or start investing. But again, we just kind of wanted to come on and just let people know, be mindful with what you do with your money. Because again, there's no contract. Once it's out there, it's kind of out there and you may not get it back.
And you would be surprised of the amount of properties if you were to get a group of 16 people in your group, how many properties, abandoned properties, that you could find and not do any work to and just resell it to an investor.
Right.
So you would be surprised how you can find other ways to, duplicate your efforts. So that it's not a one-time wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so reach out to us if you got a group of people that want to invest. I saw with Watricia, she's on our Facebook and she's looking for some investors. So she may be interested in doing a deal with you. And like I said, put it out there and you may come up with some people. The best thing you can do is take Boss Ass Academy and learn to invest. The best decision you ever make. Thank you, Vaughn. That is so true. Thank you for plugging me in on that. And we did Broke to Pay. We did Broke to Pay 3 weeks ago. We had one of our students already completed their first deal, got paid. We got some other students that are working on some deals, and actually some deals they didn't realize that was it right in front of them. Also, love the information that you're putting out. Thank you, Jerry, for all your support. I really do appreciate it. And Boss Up Academy, if you want to take some of your $500, we are running a promotional special for $199 to do Workers to Boss. So it's on general business, how to get started, where to start, and how to get your business going, even if you're not interested in real estate. And this is a great course on getting started. Also for people that are already in business but want to scale their business, because a lot of people are in business and not business. So it will help you do all that so that you can leverage yourself, scale your business, and go from worker to boss, because there's a lot of business owners that are self-employed. They're actually working for themselves, but they're their own boss, but they're so submerged in the business that they can't get that leverage that they need. So this is another opportunity, and we don't know what's going to happen with COVID-19 on this second round. So we need to be mindful of how we even spend $500. Like I said, you couldn't even get me in one for 5 cents. I just would not do it. Oh, my little baby. Oh, and then thanks. And then she's got a notary business. There's lots of businesses that you could start with $500. Like Vaughn says, she's got a notary business. Notaries are getting paid anywhere from $100 to $250 for each signing. So if you go, how long will it take you to make $4,000 when that $4,000 from that SuSU has run out, and you looking for your next get up, your next jump off, when you could have a consistent flow of money? And a notary business is one of those businesses that are very lucrative, no overhead, and it's just you jumping in your car and making things happen and printing off some paperwork. So, and then if you are interested, you can talk to Vaughn or Tamara Green. They both will work with you to get your notary business started. So you can invest with them, because they have a little course where they can tell you, you know, who, where to sign up and different things like that to get started in a notary business. And they don't charge a lot to do that. So you could easily have a business that's going to bring you 5 figures instead of 4, because SuSU only going to bring you 4, most of them. And Watricia saying she is too. So I'm not sure. Watricia, are you doing notary too? I'm not sure. And and Vaughn is saying, hey, you can make $4,000 real quick. I mean, if you're doing a $200 signing, that is what, 20 signings, and it's 30 days in a month. So you could be making $4,000 every month and not even working every day, not even working 8 hours. And then she says, oh, you can make $150 to $200 in 30 minutes. So how fast could you turn that $500? And so talk to Vaughn and talk to Tamara Green about that. I'm a tag her in there. And then, Harana Grange, reach out to her. She'll tell you what to do, how to get started, what companies to sign up with. And they've got a great deal of experience. They can show you how to do it. Watricia, she's doing the notary too. So she may be a person that you can reach out. I don't know. Watricia, are you doing where you're showing people how, educating people on how to start their notary business? If so, you may want to inbox her as well. Wow, we need to connect on another. Very interested. Yeah, see, this is what this is about, making connections. We're putting the information, thank you, Jerry, putting the information out here so that people can get started. And also, if you decide that you are going to become a national signer or you're doing the notary business, please inbox me, because I have another opportunity for you with that. So if you decide that you want to do it, like I said, reach out to Watricia, reach out to Vaughn. I'll tag Tamara in this video afterwards. Reach out to them. They'll get you started. I know about it, but I refer everybody when they ask me about the notary business. I refer them out to Vaughn and to Tamara so that they can do that. And so Watricia's interested in it. Okay, so Watricia, Vaughn, y'all connect. What up? Great information. Thanks for sharing. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. And this is what it's about. And I really want to stress to people that when you start talking to different people, your conversation changes. And when the conversation changes, your finances change. So just like we're having this conversation today, and you all are collaborating here on our page and making a difference, that's what you got to do. You got to get with people that are like-minded, but don't be the smartest person in your circle, because of the simple fact that when you're the smartest person in your circle, guess what? There's no room for elevation. So you got to go out of your realm of contentment to leverage yourself. And I cannot express this, that I talk to so many people and I learn so much from talking to other people that naturally don't look like me, that don't do the same things that I do. But you want to be a sponge for knowledge, because this is what's going to leverage you. This is what's going to push you forward in life. And this video is a free video. Then we give it out free information. And here you are finding about a small business that you can go and do and make $4,000 a month. So like I said, change the conversation, change what you do, how you do it, and who you're doing it with. That makes all the difference, the company that you keep. Now, do you have to be their very best friend? No, it's not required or anything like that. But there's people out here that have knowledge they're willing to give you without you asking for it. Because guess what? The more you give, the more you get back. And a lot of people don't understand that. They're always in take mode. And those people that are always in take mode, they never prosper. They're not even on your radar because of their mentality. And if you're not willing to give more than you get, you end up with nothing. So this has been a great session, Justin. A lot of engagement and a lot going on. So, watch her to reach out to Justin and see if we can get some investments going too. Thank you.